Hello my friends, and welcome to one of the darkest and most mysterious stories in history. Today, we are diving into the urban legend that has haunted London since the late 19th century. Jack the Ripper. Brace yourselves, because what you are about to hear is a journey through fear, mystery, and secrets that still intrigue investigators and curious minds around the world. The story begins in 1888, in the Whitechapel district of London, an area marked by poverty, narrow streets, and dark alleys. London at the time was very different, with factories everywhere, constant smoke, and a population living in harsh conditions. Among this crowd, many women struggled to survive, some working as seamstresses, others, sadly, as prostitutes, trying to support their families. And it was precisely among these women that the infamous Jack the Ripper began his trail of terror. The first murder that drew attention was that of Mary Ann Nichols. On August 31, 1888, she was found in Bucks Row, brutally mutilated. The way the crime was committed left the police perplexed. The precision of the cuts suggested someone with medical or surgical knowledge. The entire city panicked. Whitechapel became a place of constant fear, and every shadow seemed to hide the killer. A few days later, the body of Annie Chapman was found on September 8, in a backyard on Hanbury Street. The brutality of the attacks was escalating, and fear was growing. Women in the area began avoiding walking alone, and the police increased their patrols, but Jack always seemed one step ahead. Jack's story is not only about the murders, but also about the letters he sent to the police and newspapers. One of the most famous is the Dear Boss letter, in which he signs as Jack the Ripper, taunting the police and making it clear that his crimes would continue. These letters amplified the mystery and the fame of the killer, creating a legend that would span generations. Between September and November 1888, Jack murdered at least 3 more women: Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Edos, and Mary Jane Kelly. Each crime had horrifying characteristics, but also details suggesting intelligence and planning. Experts still debate how someone could evade the police in such a busy area without being seen. Some believe he knew the streets better than anyone. Others suspect he may have had contacts in the police or medical services. But who really was Jack? To this day, that is the big question. Dozens of names have been suggested, from doctors to serial killers to even members of the royal family. No theory has been confirmed, and that is what makes the legend so fascinating. The lack of answers turned Jack the Ripper into an icon of crime culture, inspiring books, movies, documentaries, and TV series worldwide. Beyond the murders, we will explore Whitechapel at the time. Social conditions, extreme poverty, poorly lit alleys, and how the population lived in constant fear. Imagining daily life in this city is essential to understanding the context that made the crimes possible and how Jack's terror spread so quickly. The legend also leads us to reflect on the psychology of the killer. The attention to detail and the signature left in his crimes indicate a meticulous and disturbed profile. Modern criminology experts study the case of Jack to understand behavioral patterns, motives, and manipulation strategies. Some theorize he wanted fame, others that he simply delighted in the fear he caused. We will examine every detail: the chronological sequence of the murders, police investigations, the social impact in London, and how newspapers turned the crimes into a national sensation. We will analyze the letters sent, witness accounts, and the paranoia that engulfed Whitechapel. Each victim's story will be detailed, including biography, family situation, and the tragedy they experienced. so we can humanize each woman and understand the real impact of Jack on people's lives. Throughout the narrative, there are moments of reflection. How do fear and mystery shape our culture? Why are unsolved crimes so fascinating? Jack the Ripper is not just a killer. He is a symbol of the unknown, the terror that lurks in dark alleys, and the power of legend over the human imagination. We will also explore modern theories. Could Jack have been an immigrant? A doctor? A lonely madman? Or someone protected by social status? We will discuss each hypothesis based on historical studies and expert analysis. Imagine the dark alleys of Whitechapel, the distant sound of hurried footsteps, fog covering the city, and the constant fear of every resident. This is the setting that transformed Jack the Ripper into a legend that fascinates people around the world. Finally, we reflect on Jack's legacy, how he shaped the culture of mystery, terror, and crime. The city changed, the police evolved, but the legend remains alive. Jack the Ripper is more than a murderer. He is an eternal symbol of human fear, morbid curiosity, and fascination with the unknown. Prepare yourself to travel through shadowy London, full of suspense, mystery, and stories that still give chills today. Every detail, every theory, every reflection, is part of this captivating narrative.